Hey there, it's St. Louis Post-Dispatch restaurant critic Ian Froeb back with another off-the-menu digest of my review. This week I am at Small Batch, a new restaurant in Midtown from Dave Bailey. Many of you probably know Bailey from his other ventures in town, Bailey's Chocolate Bar, Bailey's Range, The Bridge, and Rooster. His new restaurant, like those ventures, has a very specific concept. Unlike those ventures, the concept, at least in my mind, is counterintuitive. It's a whiskey bar and a vegetarian restaurant. Here you see the inside from just inside the entrance. The design, as always with a Dave Bailey restaurant, is very striking and, in my opinion, very cool. The best part you only really can notice if you're up close. It's that wallpaper along the back wall. It looks like a vintage design, but it's actually very contemporary, city-focused design with fire hydrants, parking meters. It's really cool. If you go, make sure to take a close-up look at the design. Here you're looking down from the mezzanine level that wraps around the restaurant into the bar. The bar is whiskey focused, but it has a full selection of liquor and wine and beer. The whiskey selection is good. It's not super extensive. There's not the rare, expensive whiskeys that you might find at other places, the Pappy Van Winkles, for example. But it's a good selection. The beer selection on draft is excellent. The wine list is brief, but as again at Bailey's restaurants, well curated. The food is where Small Batch falls short, unusually so for, again, a Dave Bailey restaurant, which generally are very solid in their menus. Here, the vegetarian offerings just sort of fall flat. Here you're looking at the gnocchi, really leaden, not very enjoyable to eat. They sort of overwhelm the rest of the dish, arugula and tomato and toasted pine nuts. A lot of the dishes are just kind of flawed from conception, though, not just execution. These egg rolls are stuffed with a mixture of mushrooms and blue cheese that's just that earthiness of mushrooms and the funk of blue cheese, just a 1-2 punch that just is overwhelmingly unpleasant. And here you see where the kitchen tries to go a little more adventurous with their take on the Vietnamese soup pho. It doesn't really resemble pho in any way except that it's a soup. It's a lemongrass broth, or what the menu calls a lemongrass broth, but it's very weakly seasoned. I did not taste much lemongrass at all. It's poured over some vegetables and these wontons stuffed with mushrooms that just fall apart as soon as you touch them with your chopsticks. On top, with that little puff you see there, is quickly fried rice noodles, the rice noodles that would normally cook in the pho. It's there just as sort of a crunchy garnish. Basically, it just reminds you that you're not eating actual pho. That's my video digest of the review. You can read the whole thing where I go into some more dishes at stltoday.com, or you can pick up a copy of Go this weekend, and I will be back next week with yet another video digest of my review.